Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk and a little bit of Brawl. So some changes happened in Brawl, and I did do a video. I will make a slight mea culpa here. I came down pretty hard on the magic powers. I would still rather they not be in the game. I did not see them change it too much, but I don't think we had a large enough sample size for people to start figuring out how to use them best. I think they would definitely be part of a meta if Brawl existed for longer than 4 days. We'll have to see what happens in the future, if they bring them back, if it happens long enough that we can learn which ones work on which maps, but for right now they are a gimmick. I will say one thing that they did was they did draw a lot of the WB, which are the rental tanks, which we have some of in this team. Looks like I have 2 of those, at least 3 actually, with the 110E3. We are here on Ghostdorf, and how is it that somebody is running a tier 10 without a CVS? I think I should be seen right there. I mean, I saw him easily, although I don't know if he's really in that bush or what he's trying to do right there. I'm not sure what this effort is, but I end up spotting him. He doesn't see me. I guess I'll have to test it and see if he having a CVS would matter. But of course, his crew matters. The rest of his setup matters. There's a lot of variables in there. This is a great move on Himmel's Ghost, is to come straight up the middle right here. You will get countered by other good light tank players, and sometimes it goes very badly for you right here, but if they're dopey, they do something like this, or nobody comes into the middle, you end up getting some pretty good lights, and your guys can get some easy shots, although he is probably lighting up some of my own team right there as well. That's one thing you have to watch for your team. I liked this Brawl iteration, so back to the mea culpa part, because it is just 7 tier 10s on the maps. The maps are too small for 15 tier 10. The game breaks down. The game mechanics break down at tier 10 with the small maps that Wargaming has us play on. It just does. Now you can adjust to that and be good at tier 10 despite all that stuff. That's very important. But it just does not work that well for tier 10. For 7v7, there goes a rental. He's driving straight in. Somehow I got spotted right there. I'm assuming maybe the other guy. I'm sure the 110E3 should not have seen me do that. But maybe somebody else is nearby, a medium or some such. There's a leopard involved somewhere, although he's way over there. So we're trying to take shots on that guy. So Brawl's just really good at 7v7. It opens up the map. It lets you do things that you can't do in a 15v15. You really can't fight in this area like this on a 15v15. There's going to be 100% somebody in and around here, and as I even move around in this open bit, I'm going to get spotted. Somebody will be over here on the corner of that ship, maybe even all the way around, or further back here with good vision. There's just so many ways to get spotted in a 15v15, but on a 7v7, I can work the edges as a scout, and I can feel like an actual scout, right? I can move around the map, I can find things, I cannot get auto-spotted every damn place I move. That's why scouts are so deadly in this game, late game on the regular 15v15, because the guns are gone, the vision's not as saturated. But in 15v15, it's saturation right off the bat. On 7v7, you can start moving around and figuring stuff out like this, which is just fantastic. I really enjoy this. So the 110E3, that's a rental. It's not really a wise place to be for him. He does score it, which is pretty smart. I must have noticed he got spotted, although how he knew I was there, I don't know. Maybe that was just a random. Maybe that was just a random guess. I don't know. Can't quite get a shot on the super. Team's doing pretty well. We got 3 of them dead. So I guess he's guessing. That blew my mind there. I mean, I don't know. I suppose that's a fairly obvious bush to go to. Now he's just pushing in, and I have no interest in trying to brawl this guy. So we'll just head off this way. There you go. He's been hit a couple times. We're just picking this poor dude apart. There we go. And down he goes. So that little cat and mouse game is not really possible in 15v15 until later on in the game. On 7v7, you can make it happen. And it's one of the reasons I like it so much. So we're winning pretty well. The other thing cool about 7v7 is you don't really feel beholden to shoot gold because there's no stats. which I don't know if I like that much. You know, I'm torn on the stats thing. I like the stats. I like to have the record that I have. I like to have the stats that I have. It is nice to have a mode, though, that you can just kind of derp around, fire regular rounds, and maybe even make some cash occasionally on Tier 10, which is pretty cool. Would I want this to be the only Tier 10 thing there is? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But as it is built right now, it is just a ton of fun. So this guy comes through, and he's not paying attention to me. He's going after the WZ, so I'm going to try to track him. I see his turret moving towards me. I'm like, I'll just go ahead and track him, and I really don't want his turret to come on. This was awesome. I didn't know if this was going to work, but it worked like a champ. So let me just go around you right here, up over these, run over that thing, and I can't quite turn the way I want. Oh, no. He decides to give up on chasing me with the turret, and we'll hit him one more time. 1400 damage, 2,000 assist. The damage totals, I guess it is, on Brawl are kind of interesting. There's only 7 tanks, so they're much lower than you might expect for a Tier 10. So this is a combined 3,500 is actually pretty decent for a 7v7 and a Tier 10. That was just a lot of fun. That little last move cracked me up. I had no idea if I was even going to get around. I figured I'd get wedged in there. Had he shifted, and I don't know if he was still tracked, he probably could have pinned me right there, and I wouldn't have got by, and I might have even taken a bunch of damage, but it was funny to squeeze through that little alleyway, and then those stairs and everything jumping over it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed Brawl. I did. I'm still on the fence with the magic power thing. I talked about it, I think, a couple Sundays ago. By the time this video comes out, there was a case where the recon flight lit up a couple guys in Valley, on Himmels Valley, Lake Valley Himmels. And that was huge information because we were almost all in town, and we just dogpiled their guys in town, and those two were pretty much out of the fight for most of the game because we sent nobody over there. You know, the cap's in the town on, you know, Lake Himmelsdorf town. So things like that on certain maps, some of the magic powers are going to be better on certain maps. Whether or not this iteration comes out again and we're able to get enough data behind it to start figuring that out, who knows? This was only a 4-day event, but I did enjoy it, and I left this for last. The reason I didn't play this more, Wargaming, is there were no Battle Pass points involved in it. And I know you increased Battle Pass by 5 days, I think, and that was probably in response to that. I don't understand why there were no Battle Pass, even if it was 1 point for a win or 2 points for a win and something, any kind of progression, because you've got this big long event of Battle Pass that people are trying to grind, and ostensibly you want people to play this. I mean, you released it. Why is there no incentive then to play it based on Battle Pass? The rewards to incentives are so often with this company weird to me. I can't figure it out. And I suppose sometimes it's technical issues, or who knows what it is. Speculation is speculation, right? Who knows? Everyone has an opinion. They all stink. So it would be nice in the future then, if you do something like this and you have a Battle Pass going, let there be some kind of points to it. Then that becomes more incentive for people to play it. Which kind of begs the question at the end of the day, though. What was the reason for Brawl? It can be a case of it's just a fun mode, so why are you complaining about a fun mode? And I'm not necessarily complaining about a fun mode. I'm just trying to dig a little deeper and go, all right, what was the incentive? What was the reason? What were we trying to accomplish by putting Brawl out at this point? Just a cool mode and bring people in? I mean, but if you wanted to bring more people in, then it would be tied to Battle Pass. At least a little bit. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get an answer to that. I've asked the question in CC channel multiple times. We only get to talk to community people most of the time. Sometimes we get to talk to devs, but it's not like they're on speed dial and why would they really have any reason to continually tell us what they're thinking? But it would be interesting to know, because I think it was an opportunity lost. My opinion. All right. Get rid of the magic powers, bring Brawl back. Make it count for Battle Pass if Battle Pass is ongoing, and I think you have a fantastic event. The rewards were a little iffy. I'm not saying there needs to be a tank, but I think it was a camo or something. I don't know. Maybe some premium days, or maybe some kind of ranking thing for it, right? I don't know. Something to increase the incentive. That's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see ya.